paper. Yeah. It's our time. Have paper. Yeah. It's our time. What's good? I love you. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're prospering. We're back. I'm feeling better. If you were at our live earlier, I was live during a club meeting earlier for an endorsement. And you know, I was feeling a little under the weather. Also, what's crazy is that meeting got shut down basically because of the Lucy Hall. Hello. The meeting had got shut down because somebody came in and bombed the Zoom. So, but we're back. That's why we're running a little late for Paperboy games. It's our time. Have paper. Yeah. Hey, love Riot. I'm spreading love to the community. I'm on a block. I'm unity. I'm be positive. You're going to do to me waving that stick. This isn't new to me. I'm in a trap. I'm spreading love. I'm in the hood. I'm getting out hugs. Have paper. Yeah. So yeah, they shut down the meeting. I didn't get a chance to speak. I was excited because I was going to give a speech, which I probably will give here. There's so much to talk about. There's so much to handle right now. And we have a great show planned for you all. But first things I want to say at the top of this is this. Answering a text real quick. First thing I want to say is this. There's a difference between the riots and the protests. There's a big difference. I want to make sure everybody hears me right now. There's a big difference between the riots and the protests. See, the riots are being started and caused by a lot of different individuals. Some good, some not so good. And the protests are being done by a lot of different individuals, some good and some not so good. Some mainly that are good, that are focusing for, and I'm going to explain what I mean by that. I'll start off with the protests. The main thing going on with the protest right now, and I was at the, and again, I don't like making things about race. And y'all know me, I don't like making things only about race. But right now, this is part of what this is about. I was at the protest in Brooklyn yesterday. I have video of that, and there's stuff on my Twitter, there's stuff on my Instagram, all over. I also been live at the protest right now. There are, first off, the protests I went to, it was thousands of people there in Brooklyn at the Barclays Center. It was mainly white people. It was mainly white people at the protest. If I had to do a rough estimate of numbers just from balling, it looked about maybe 65% white, and then the rest Latino and Black and Asian. So it was mainly white people. So I'll say that. There were a lot of the Black people are staying home because see this how much of an opportunity that the NYPD will use this to attack Black and brown people. We already know when you're in a crowd, it's easiest to snatch you out. When it's so that alone, when it's a crowd of white people or lighter skinned people, it's easier to even spot out the Black person, the darker skinned person, for them to go in with 10 officers at once to grab you. And that's what's happening. If you look at many people being arrested, again, are disproportionately Black and brown at the protest. That's one thing. The next thing I mentioned, there's white people protest. Can you guys see my camera? Hold up. I hope y'all can see my camera. So the next thing that I want to mention with the protest, hold on. All right, I hope y'all can see me. Some people in the comments said you can't see me. The next thing that I want to mention with the protest is that, hold on, let me make sure that we're good. Okay, we're good. The next thing that I can mention with the protest, that I want to mention with the protest, is that many of the people that are actually, I mentioned that there's a lot of white people at the protest, which it's good that you want to show solidarity. It's great, and we appreciate that, and that's so important. But also, what's important is when you're in these spaces, in your job, in government, around the police, around your family members, around voters, you know, when you're looking at that, you have to make sure that you're spreading love in that situation, that you're making sure that you're standing up as an ally in those situations, not just coming to the hood and marching with black people, but also standing up for black people around other white people, because y'all have so much access to that normal black people don't. So I'm just texting about that. So, but okay. So we mentioned that. Now, most of the people at the protests are what? What did I say? They were white people. Then that has made it easier for so many undercover officers to sneak in. So many undercover officers have been able to sneak in and to infiltrate the protests because they just blend right in. I, in fact, saw an undercover officer because I was looking for my ride back late after the protest had moved on across the bridge. I was still in Brooklyn, and kind of the cops were like breaking down or like sitting down, right? And getting ready for the next whatever, changing shifts, I should say. I see an undercover officer in a Black Lives Matter shirt getting into the front of a cop car. And that's how I basically was to confirm this wasn't all the other obvious signs, right? So I'm letting you all know that there are so many things going on with these protests and these riots. The difference between the protests and the riots. There's a big difference between the protests and the riots. And so that's why I'm going to talk about protests. So the three things that I said about the protests are, one, that, you know, it's a lot of people, a whole lot of people, a lot of good people, some people that are not so good or have more curious intentions. I told you that why there weren't that many black people or brown people at some of these protests in New York and Brooklyn. And then also why we need that, also the fact that there was a lot of white people, and then how that allows undercover officers to be more undetected, how that also allows for black people to get arrested at higher rates because they're easier to point out in this protest. So that's the protest. The riots. Let's talk about the riots. We spreading love again. We spreading love again. I got the governor mad. Wait, hold up. We talking to the person that basically invented the love riot right here. Okay, about spreading love as a riot. Because that is such a revolutionary act in and of itself, spreading love. The riots, they first became big after the issues with the death of George Floyd in Minneapolis. That alone was a situation where, and there were no charges, there was no, you know, immediate reprimanding being done by the government. Because there was none of that, that's when the riots start. That's when people start getting anxious. That's when people start having problems. They didn't do anything. They didn't want to speak out early. They didn't want to speak out about the police brutality this whole time. They did not want to speak out. Now, once it's gotten to this situation, now they want to talk about, oh, we have to come and do X, Y, Z. Oh, we have to be peaceful. Oh, don't loot and riot. So the riots originally, I think, came from a very genuine place. The original riots came from a genuine place, which is the same place that the Boston Tea Party came from, when they had issues with taxation representing from the British. And what a lot of people don't know is after the original Boston Tea Parties, there were Boston Tea Parties. I'm sorry, there were tea parties all over the colonies after that, in many port areas, the situations where they basically looted and rioted the tea. So I want to make it be very clear that the original place the riots came from, I think, was a good and pure place. Now, where some of them are at now, you got to remember, out of these businesses that are in business, if you're a small business and you sell clothes, you sell shoes, you sell accessories, which a lot of these businesses in New York do. They cater to tourists, they cater to hyper consumers, they cater to people that are coming to tourist shop, to shop as tourism. So there's so many clothing stores like that in New York. If you're a small business, you haven't been able to operate business normally for March, April, May. So that's close to 3 months. That's 3 months and some change, a little under 3 months. You haven't been able to operate business normally. That is more than enough time for most businesses in New York to go under, bankrupt. In fact, a lot of them are already going bankrupt right now. So if you're going bankrupt, what's a way that you can make some money as a last effort when you can't actually even open your doors, when your government has already failed you as a business? The looting and the rioting presents a opportunity for many of these companies. The looting and rioting presents an opportunity to now make insurance claims for many of the things that were broken that need to be replaced, many of the merchandise that is stolen. A lot of these places have had insurance for over 20 years, over 30 years, over 40, and have never had to make a claim like this. So now it's a legitimate claim. It's all over the news. You get to make money from the insurance, the issues that have happened. So when people are coming in and saying, oh, the business is this and the business is that, the big businesses and many of the small businesses, one, have been hurting. Now, the big businesses can make it, but a lot of them have been hurting so bad. A lot of them have gone without money so bad, they're about to go bankrupt. They are already bankrupt. That now with the rioting and looting, they can use this opportunity to get different types of insurance money and ways to do GoFundMe to get some type of revenue coming in during this time. That's why you see looting and rioting going on in places where they don't even care about black people. They're mainly racist towns that don't even care about black people, that aren't black people even there. There's so many towns where rioting and looting is going on. And I think a lot of it has to do with the issues that have come with coronavirus. It's not just about Floyd, though that's how it started. So I wanted to talk about that and really drive home the issue of the difference between the riots and the protests. They also happen at two separate times. The protests usually happening during the day, during the early evening, sometimes through the night. The riots, when do the riots happen? The riots happen at night, late at night. The NYPD protects New York every night. You don't think that, and I say protect in quotation mark, but definitely protects the businesses and the property at night. You don't think that they can stop people from looting and rioting? You don't think that they have strategically planned this? You don't think that the NYPD is being told to lay back and let a lot of this rioting and looting happen so that the businesses are able to claim their insurance, so that the businesses are able to claim so many things and make up for money that is lost because they're not making money. And right now we're at a time where we got Donald Trump just got off of air and basically saying that they're instituting what sounds like martial law, at least for a day. We just got a alert on our phone talking about that. So, and here in New York. So, I told y'all it's a lot going on, man. I thought it was a game. It's a lot going on. People ask me why was I running for office? Why are you doing that right now? Like, should be the one. Now you see why it's so important for us to get involved. Now you see why we were already taking it seriously ahead of time. All right, so we're gonna play "Spreading Love." I'm gonna do some DJing, and I'll be back soon. Paper, yeah. Because we need more love. We gotta have more love. All right, here we go. Let's listen to music. Spreading love. Here we go. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of bummed that I didn't get to speak at this meeting. It's all good. I'm glad I get to be here with you, and that's why I'm glad that we actually have a platform where we can listen. Let's get spreading love. I'm gonna drop this song and play y'all some music, and then we'll be back talking some more. This is a dope song. It's super important. And you know what? It's our time. Have paper. Yeah. Let's go. We got some, hold up. We got some guests coming up. I hope y'all excited about that. It's going to be lit. All right. Let's go. I'm ready to block. I'm ready to unity. Be a positive. They gonna do to me. Waving that stick. This isn't new to me. I'm in the trap. I'm ready to love. I'm in your hood. I'm giving out hugs. I heard your girl. She wants some love. They need some more. This ain't enough. I'm giving love to the community. I'm ready to unity. I'm being positive. What they gonna do to me? Waving that stick. This isn't new to me. I'm in the trap. I'm ready to love. I'm in your hood. I'm giving out hugs. I heard your girl. She wants some love. They need some more. This ain't enough. I'm running low with a Glock on my waist. You don't want smoke like you love the vape. I'm selling squares, I'm selling shapes. Don't talk to Gyllenhaal, I don't like Jakes. I'm giving love on my jacket, my laptop. Remember I'm chapping outside on the blacktop. All of this loving like I hit the jackpot. Shopping your face like I used to slap up. On a ship like full of the future. Stay where I work, I look like recruiters. They have the little remind me of Stewart. Bringing the truckload, I feel like I'm moving. Giving out chocolate, but this isn't Valentine's. Friends, I call them Madeline. Right now I'm busy, call me another time. I was that love in the sky like an air. Love to the community, I'm spreading unity. I'm being positive. What they gonna do to me? Bringing that stick. This isn't new to me. I'm in the trap. I'm spreading love. I'm in your hood. I'm giving out hugs. I want your girl. She wants some love. Give me some love. This ain't enough. I'm spreading love to the community. I'm on a block. I'm spreading unity. I'm being positive. What they gonna do to me? Bringing that stick. This isn't new to me. I'm in the trap. I'm spreading love. I'm in your hood. I'm giving out hugs. I want your girl. She wants some love. They need some more. This ain't enough. To the community, I'm on a block. I'm spreading unity. I'm being positive. What they gonna do to me? Waving that stick. This isn't new to me. I'm in a trap. I'm spreading love. I'm in the hood. I'm giving out hugs. I want your. They want some love. They need some more. This ain't enough. Hold on, we're not ready for that. We better bring that back, man. Spreading love. We got some guests coming on. I'm excited about. It's our time. Let's go. To the community, I'm on your block. I'm for the unity. I'm being positive. What they gonna do to me? Waving that stick. This isn't new to me. I'm in the trap. I'm for the love. I'm in your hood. I'm giving out hugs. I heard your girl. She wants some love. They need some more. This ain't enough. I'm for the love. To the community, I'm on your block. I'm for the unity. I'm being positive. What they gonna do to me? Waving that stick. This isn't new to me. I'm in the trap. I'm for the love. I'm in your hood. I'm giving out hugs. I want your girl, she wants some love. They need some more. This ain't enough. I'm running low with a Glock on my waist. You don't smoke like you other vape. I'm selling squares. I'm selling shapes. I'm talking Gyllenhaal. I don't like Jakes. I'm giving love on my jack and my laptop. Remember I'm chapping outside on the blacktop. All of this loving like I hit the jackpot. Shopping your face like I used to slap. But I'm in the ship like full of the future. Stay where I work. I look like recruiters. They have the little remind me of Stewart. Bringing the trouble. I feel like I'm moving. Giving out chocolate, but this isn't Valentine's. I'm France. I'm from Madeline. Right now I'm busy. Call me another time. I put that love in the sky like an air. Love to the community. I'm on block. I'm spreading unity. I'm being positive. What they gonna do to me? They're gonna stick. This isn't new to me. I'm in the trap. I'm spreading love. I'm in the hood. I'm giving out hugs. I'm with your girl. She wants some love. Give me some love. This ain't enough. I'm spreading love to the community. I'm on block. I'm spreading unity. I'm being positive. What they gonna do to me? I'm waving that stick. This isn't new to me. I'm in the trap. I'm spreading love. I'm in your hood. I'm giving out hugs. I'm with your girl. She wants some love. They need some more. This ain't enough. Paper, yeah, it's our time. That was Spreading Love. You can find that on YouTube. It's also on Spotify, Apple Music. I'm gonna put all my music on streaming. Gosh, I've been saying that so many lives. We really need to do that. We're gonna do that. So much work to do, but I'm so glad to be here with you right now. One of the things we also talked about is having a love squad, a love force. So we're going to talk about that as well. Having a love force, a force of love that's there to spread love to the community. The same way that we have a force that's there that's to police us, we should have a force that's there to love us, because I feel like that's just as important. Having someone to spread love, someone that can spread positivity. Thank you for the love, Lucy Hall. So I hope people understand that. Now, I also wanted to, like I mentioned, I was speaking about the riots. So, and that's one of the things that's super important to me. The riots? What you talking about the riots, boy? What do you mean the riots? 1 second, Grandma. What do you mean you talking about the riots? Boy, what do you, Grandma, hold on 1 second, God. Grandma, what are you talking about the riots, boy? What do you know? You like riots? I've invented riots. They see me out there at the riots. Grandma, please, I'm trying to do the show. Boy, it's me. I'm your grandmother. Now let me on the show. Grandma, please. No, let me on the show. Grandma, this is a serious topic. No, it is a serious topic, and you need to listen to this. All of this. Granny know all about riding. What y'all talking about? Granny in the house. Granny, get this banner down. This ain't me. Put Granny up here. Put Granny name up here somehow. Come on now. Intern, help me out. There we go. Oh, there we go. Okay. Granny in the house. Grandma is in the house. And I just started an Instagram page. At Grandma. Now listen. Y'all sitting up here talking about riots. Talking about rioting. They was riding at Chanel and Gucci last night in Soho. They was down there in Soho and in the city downtown riding Chanel in the Gucci store. I just hit the store in the Gucci flip-flop. That's what they was doing. And I got a question. And my grandson's over there. I sent him over there to get some dinner. I sent him over there to get some supper. But I got to talk now. How y'all going down and see a couple of youngins from my neighborhood? They went down. They said, "Oh, we gonna go to the store." Come find out they was at the riots. I should have known because the store was already closed. They lying out. I went over there and they came back talking about Grandma Paper. We went into the Verizon store and we went into the Apple store and we got something. I'm thinking I got an iPhone 11, an iPhone 12, a GoPro, an iPad, a MacBook. Yeah, they said the Verizon store. I'm thinking that I got a new Android. You know what they got me? You know what they got Grandma Paper? Let me see if I Boy, bring that gift in here. Where is it? I'll tell you what they got me. They got me a phone case. How y'all looting and all y'all got me was a phone case? I could get one of them for $5 myself. I got a phone case. I ain't even got that type of phone. What type of rider and looter are y'all? I need an air conditioner. Okay? That's what Granny need. Granny need a new pair of shoes, too. They down there riding. I invented riding. It's Grandma. Y'all lucky I'm too old because I'd get down there and I'd beat up every one of them that's down there running their people playing. I think this is a game. Oh, it ain't no game. Granny ain't here to play. Granny don't play. Hey, Grandma. Hey, Grandma. Y'all think Granny here to play. And that's exactly why I sent my grandson one. He's out of the shit right now. That's exactly why I sent him. I told y'all, vote for paper June 23rd. That's right. Vote for paper June 23rd. Because you need actual change that's going to last. All these other people are fake. You see, my grandson is real. Now, sometimes he don't make no sense, and it goes a little bit crazy. But that type of energy, passion is what we need. That's the type of people that's going to speak out the truth of power. It don't matter what time of day it is, what is going on in this world. That's who's going to speak out. But you see, Grandma, they looking at Grandma like old Grandma crazy. Like old Grandma don't know what she's talking about because she's old. I invented the ride 1968, 1918, 1972, 2017, and 2020. I have been at every single riot. I've been at more riots than Ryan Seacrest. Talking to Grandma about a riot. Hold up, we're not even live on the Instagrams. Hold up. I want y'all live on my Instagram page. I just made one at Grandma Paper. Everybody follow me right now and download my app. Download my app. They talking about riding. Granny invented riding. Looting. How you think I ever got anything? They ain't leave me with nothing but a biscuit. Talking about go out there and make something of yourself. What am I supposed to do with a biscuit? I'm gonna trade that for. I didn't even have a Ziploc bag back then, so I'm just carrying a biscuit around in my hand. It's constantly crumbling. You know how hard that is? Yes, they gotta have Grandma live on Instagram. I want them to see me on Instagram, on the Twitter, on the television, on the radio, and on the billboard, because I told y'all like I told my grandson right here, right now, it's all time. And if you see me in the streets, if you see me in a protest, say my slogan, and that's, hey, Grandma, hey, Grandma, Granny ain't playing with y'all no more. Y'all think Grandma came here to play? Little jokey joke? Oh, no. Granny here to spread love. Yes, we on Twitch. Yeah, get me on Twitch, too. Oh, we're not live on Twitch? Oh, Lord. Can somebody please tell my team, Paperboy, get in here. You know what? I'm going to get my grandson. Paperboy, get in here and fix your show. You ain't even got me on Instagram. You got me on here. I don't want. You told me to create an Instagram page. You know what, boy? Come in and get up. Grandma, stop. Nah, boy. I told you that. Grandma, please stop. Boy, you thought it was a game. Grandma, come on. Boy, stop. Get out of here. Grandma, hey, stop now. Hey, Grandma, hey. Oh, my goodness. Whoa. Jeez. Oh, my goodness. You guys, I'm sorry about that. My, my grandmother's a little wild. She gets on her rants, but a lot of things that she says are facts. And, she just likes to get a little attention. She's been a little cooped up in the house and she hasn't been able to go to her normal bingo games. She likes to turn up at the local tea shop or coffee shop. She doesn't drink coffee. Actually, Grandma does drink coffee. Okay, but enough about that. I'm sorry about all the random break-ins from Grandma. Check it. Back to what matters. Back to what we were talking about. It's our time. That's what it comes down to. It's our time. And the fact that it's our time means we're going to decide how this goes. It's up to us. It's not up to the government. It's not. We run the government. They report to us. We don't report to them. We tell them what to do. They don't tell us what to do. Like, they must have forgot. They must have really forgot. And Donald Trump, man, Donald Trump has a lot of issues himself. So there's a lot of stuff going on in the community right now. Like, and I talked about a bunch of it. One thing that I'm proposing is a love force, a team that just spreads love, that just spreads love to the community. That's their whole job. So I'm going to speak to y'all about it. I'm actually going to show you guys a video about it, the love force. It's super important. So, paper, yeah. It's our time. Hi, my name is Paperboy Love Prince, and I'm running for Congress right here in New York's 7th Congressional District, right where many of the protests are happening right now. And at a time like this, so many things are being said, so many things are going on, but one thing is a fact. We need solutions, not just talk, not just anger and hate. Those are real emotions that people have and are valid emotions. We need to find ways to rise above them with solutions. And a way to rise above that is love. The way to rise above that is love. Now, we need justice for George Floyd, but this is about so much more than just that one situation. That was a catalyst, and there are many catalysts. But this is about a history of racism and injustice, of police brutality in this country, so many other things that are exacerbated by our current situations as it relates to the coronavirus, the lockdowns, and all the injustices that have happened all across the country, particularly in communities of color. And the people are fed up. Collectively, the people are fed up and have been fed up. And right now, there is no work for people to go back to tomorrow. There are no restaurants, there are no bars, there are churches, there are no schools, there are no after-school programs, sports programs, children's activities. All these things are shut down. And the only place for the people to go is to the streets once they see these injustices and all these things building up. So on to our solutions. We need love. Because of the consistent lack of the actual tact that it takes to de-escalate these situations, because it is the job of our police force to protect and serve at all times, no matter the circumstances. We've seen time and time again that they don't have the ability to de-escalate. So what should we do? We should have a love team. That's the reason I put spreading love on my platform. We need a team, a force that is specifically dedicated to spreading love. That's why I'm proposing the love force, okay? A group of individuals that consistently spread love, that always find ways to spread love. And that if they're putting their hands on you, it's to give a hug. If they're yelling at you, it's to spread love. Right now, what's been taught in the police is when you need to get someone to do what you want them to do, yell at them, curse at them, do all these things. I say this because I've experienced it personally. I've witnessed it. And while many of the police work very hard, this is just the culture that is in that whole profession and job. That's why we have to have something completely different, a love force. People that are spreading love, that are in the streets with love, that they have weapons of love. What you need, you feeling bad, you need food? Here's some food. What? There's something going wrong? You need somebody to hug? Here's a hug. Here's so much more than that. Here's the correct resources, actual love. My job here is to do nothing but spread love. Why don't we have that? We say we're such an advanced society. We say we're such a first world society, yet we have agents that spread division and hate while trying to promote safety and doing a good job many times. There's so many consistent failures that we have yet to have something to actually move past that, to progress past that. With the protests going on, I completely agree that violence is not the way. Violence is not the way forward. But the police have consistently shown us, governments have consistently shown us that the only weapon that they will use against us is violence. If you do something wrong, it's widely accepted that the police will come and be violent with you. They'll knock in your door. And this is all while you're still innocent. Legally, under the law, under the Constitution, you are still innocent until proven guilty. Yet violence is completely legal and is completely encouraged when dealing with regular American citizens, particularly Black people, brown people, people of color. So if violence is okay for them, but now when the people are fighting back against that violence, now you want to speak up and say that violence is never the answer. That's why people feel that type of talk is disingenuous. And that's why, again, I'm here with solutions, the love force. Why has this never been proposed before? A force just of love. Because the current people that we have in office, they benefit from having this type of authoritarian power over you, feeling like at any time that they can come in and force you to do whatever it is they need to do. And that's why they've been in power so long. Yes, our president, we get to vote our president every 4 years, and that they only have 8-year term limits, but many of our local elected officials, as well as Congress people, can stay in as long as they want. And they have no recourse, and they continue to put this type of energy forward. So what I'm proposing is a love force that will spread love to the people consistently, every day, in the streets. And it's positive. It's always positive. The colors of this organization are colors that make you happy, that make you feel good, that make you feel warm. And in the communities where the police have most often acted unjustly, where they also have done good work as well, but where they have acted unjustly, we will have this love force heavily spreading love, heavily giving back. Whether it's food that's needed, money that's needed, clothes that's needed, friends that's needed. We need a force that's dedicated to spreading love, to making relationships stronger, communities stronger through love and healing. Thank you so much. My name is Paperboy Prince for Congress right here, New York 7th Congressional District. You can vote for me here in Brooklyn, Queens, and Manhattan, June 23rd. I love you so much. One love. Ha, paper, yeah. It's our paper, yeah. It's our time. One love. So that was talking about the love force, and you can find that whole video. You can share that. A lot of people are enjoying that, and it's getting gaining a lot of traction. In fact, I'm sharing some of the people talking about that right there. And we're gonna do a lot more focused speeches with Paperboy in a suit. And the reason I'm just being so straight up about that is because a lot of people, unfortunately, just don't take us as seriously when we don't have that on. So now that it's getting close to the election, you're gonna see a lot more of that. And you'll know why. And And it's because we're talking big talk, because we're talking things that are a big deal that really need to happen, that need to actually change right now. You know, this isn't a joke. This isn't a game. Like, we take this very seriously. So I appreciate you all so much being here on the Paperboy Games, the Riot Edition. You know, we're being honest about what's going on. There's a lot of craziness going on. There's a lot of craziness going on. Also, shout out to my round, Azalea Banks. Happy birthday to Azalea Banks. Much love. Shout out to her. She just said, yo, Paper, come to LA. So once we win this election, I'll definitely come and visit and say hello in LA. Shout out to New York Nico as well for showing love and helping to spread the word about our campaign today. We appreciate that. These are real, and these are New Yorkers. These are actual New Yorkers that are young people that have endorsed this campaign, that are getting excited about it because they see that we're actually doing the work, that we've been consistent, and like a lot of you. I'm so glad to come here and just to talk to you, especially at this time where so much crazy things are going on. And like I mentioned before, I was at the riots. I was at the protests, spreading love. And you can look on my page. I posted some pictures, I posted some videos, and I'll continue to post more of those on Twitter and on Instagram. But a lot is happening so fast, and this is why we were being proactive ahead of time, talking about this, calling this stuff out. Like, this is why. Because we've seen how crazy things can get, how out of hand things can get when you don't check it. So that's super important to me. We're about to wrap the show. We're getting close to 10. But a big thing, and when we talk about Riot, right? And I performed this song before, but this is me speaking at a meeting. Again, this is me speaking at a meeting where I told them, I let them know. I let them know the issues that were going on to their face. And they didn't want to, some people did not want to acknowledge it. But I'm going to play this for you and show you how the government thinks of us when we're already calling it out radically beforehand. Here we go.
It's crazy, these closed door meetings. I walked up to the door at this meeting and it said private meeting. You can't get in. I went to the door, it's locked. I said, my community needs me. Open this door. What do you have to open this door? We need change right now.
A few moments later.
Is going to tell the drug Democrats. Anybody wants to take us on, bring it. Bring it.
Thank you, Paperboy.
Wow. Guess what? I got that government man. I'm too rad. I'm for the people you fuck with a man. Let's be made of the man. I swear the company hating again. We spread love again. We spread love again. I got that government man. I got the government man. I'm too rad. Let's be made of the man. I swear the company hating again. We spread love again. We spread love again. I got that government man. I call my speed. He know that we want help on the beat. He just promises that we're key. Reach out, everyone spread more peace. They saw us. I ain't talking to me, and they were talking to me. The governor trying to keep us divided. We just asked for a couple providers. Everybody meetings are secret and private. Find exactly where you been hiding. Make change, stuff till we got it. Out the metro, then I'ma ride it. It's about love and fear ain't vibes. Don't make no sense, and you'll blind it. Yeah. Yeah, paper, yeah, bow, 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 bow. I got the government man. He's so wild, set up some rad. To put a preview top of the man. I got the list, we made it the man. Nobody hating again. We spreading love again. We spreading love again. I got the government man. I got the government man. who you talking man. Let's get rid of the man. They hating again. Let's spread the love again. Let's spread the love again. I got the gun of the man.
Paper. Yeah, I got the governor mad. He said I'm too wild. He said I'm too rad. I talk for the people, you talk for the man. I got the list. We made the demands. I'm spreading love, but he hating again. We spreading love again. We spreading love again. I got the governor paper. It's art. Paper. Yeah, one love. Okay. So, like I said, we're about to wrap the show up, but not without a surprise for you, not without a treat for you. I hope you all are ready right now. Coming to the stage, make some noise for Fuckboy Hermit. Hey, have paper. Yeah. One love. How's it going?
I know. But you guys hear me?
I can hear you now. Repeat what you said. One love.
All right. Everyone's got to take the energy that's going on right now and take out to the fucking voting booths. June 23rd. Don't forget, everybody. There's lots of ways to do it. You got absentee ballots. You got all that shit. Don't forget. Fucking vote for Paperboy for Congress. We got to get some new blood in there, you know? The candidates, the candidate who's running against you fucking been there for multiple decades. Like, we need real change, you know?
This is how Bernie can still win.
No, we need some real change. So
exactly, I appreciate that.
In there. All right, without further ado, it's a new song.
Let's get it, Fuckboy Hermit. Let's go. Hey.
I just want to run my fingers through her hair. Pull it from the back, mess it up. Make her went on like a chicken nut. She just want a clout, I don't care. I just want it. Technical difficulties, I'm sorry. I was born stuffed throats, break thoughts, break bones, get fucked up by myself with my headphones, out for the limelight. So I came to show biz to teach a generation what the fuck flow is. I'm the best contestant, no question. Living life reckless, leaving bitches breathless. Eat your bitch for breakfast, go outside and wreck shit. When she go to you, that should come in my direction. Be like, what the fuck is the fuck? Time is right, I can break you up like Brexit. Oh shit, wanna clown, I don't care. I just wanna run my fingers through her hair. Pull it from the back, mess it up. Make her wet on like a chicken nut. She just wanna clown, I don't care. I just wanna run my fingers through her hair. Pull it from the back, mess it up. Make her wet on like a chicken nut. Like putty in my hands, my always is recommend. Whispering in her ear with the neck in my hand. Feeling in her toes if she knows I'm the man. Fuck around and call her a home cause I can. It's about that time, yeah, I think she needed a towel. So I think I'm deep and that pussy real shallow. Feel sweat slip from my skin as I go lit. It's so sweet cause it tastes like shit. Make that pussy sing to me, I'll make that kitty purr. Shivering down her spine like fur, her vision turn into a blur and she's sober. Give it up, it's over. Next time you see her, just pretend like I don't know her. She just want a cloud, I don't care. I just want her on my fingers through her hair. Pull it from the back, mess it up. Make her wet on like a chicken nut. She just want a cloud, I don't care. I just want her on my fingers through her hair. Pull it from the back, mess it up. Make her wet on like a chicken nut. Hermit.
Hey, have paper. Yeah, it's our time, yo. Shout out to Fuckboy Hermit. Much love for that. Very dope. Very dope. Hello? I think we may have lost Fuckboy Hermit there, but appreciate you coming on the show. That was dope. Lots of energy. Lots of. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. Putting your heart into it. Being just speaking with your soul. So shout out to Fuckboy Hermit. Much love. Thank you to everybody watching. We love you. It's our time. Catch us back 9 to 10 right here on the Paperboy Games. Much love. It's our time. Paper. Yeah. Much love to you all. Thank you so much. Peace.